Crime in fiction. Case the point. Crime fiction is fiction that involves crimes, their detection, criminals, and their motives. To date, it's one of the most popular genres of fiction and is read worldwide. In the UK alone, 21 million crime fiction books are purchased every year. And every year, new TV series about crime intrigues their audience. True Detective and Sherlock being some of the latest viewer favorites. Women are by far the most frequent readers of crime fiction. And a Guardian article from 2014 estimated that about 80% of the readers of this genre were women. In the article, women's appetite for explicit crime fiction is no mystery. June 30th, 2014, writer Melanie McGrath claims that it is due to the fact that women know that they need to fear men. And when they solve the fictional crimes which they read about, it lessens their anxieties in the real world. She claims that from a young age, girls are told to not associate with unknown men and to adjust behavior to the fact that the world is a more dangerous place for women than for men. Although this may be contested. It is certain that women are attracted to a crime fiction, also in its gory and ruthless variations. In a sense, reading crime fiction does not seem enticing. The genre follows a series of conventions that the readers know. Why read crime fiction when it habitually follows a set of structure and has a stereotypical set of characters? Some scholars and writers have suggested that this might be the exact reason. As crime author P.D. James has said, in an age where we are forever seeing images of death on a large scale, death that we can do nothing about, it's comforting to know that our society still makes a concentrated effort to bring murders to justice. In traditional crime fiction, criminals are punished, and even though the system, the police and the legal system, has its faults, everything works out in the end. Crime fiction is a genre that makes sense of the world, or in which the world makes sense. Likewise, crime fiction tells us that an individual can make a difference. He or she can turn things around and make a world somewhat better place. All in all, crime fiction might give the readers a sense of reassurance and order. Additionally, crime fiction offers a place to discuss social problems. Many crime fiction novels and short stories deal with specific themes like trafficking, drugs, or violence against women. The genre highlights what we consider criminal and what we penalize as a society. The criminal is a social deviant whose behavior is unsupportable. How do we deal with people who cannot or will not follow the guidelines set by the majority? How do we detect them, and how should they be punished? And why did they become criminals in the first place? Generally speaking, crime fiction often directly or indirectly discuss these issues. An existential question about good and evil, i.e., are some people born with a malicious streak? Are criminals criminal because they are of their peer groups? Are their childhood trauma, their ghetto surrounding, their envy of others, or simply because they choose violence? The rules that we set up to control people's behavior. Crime fiction is a genre that is deeply involved in society and reflects the societies in which they are produced and consumed. Some might claim that it also influences societies in which it is read and viewed. Some reading 21 million gory crime fiction novels a year. How do British people view crime? Are they more or less scared when they go out at night? Are their beliefs in the justice system strengthened or weakened? Crime fiction does seem to matter greatly to its readers and viewers. After the death of Sherlock Holmes, fans, for example, chose to wear black armbands to show their grief, even though Holmes was an entirely fictional character. Also, for the sale of Faro-made jumpers skyrocketed after Sarah Lund wore them in an episode in The Killing from 2007, which aired on BBC 4 in its original Danish version, and which probably shaped many Brits' knowledge about and understanding of Denmark. Finally, the genre is simple, good, uncomplicated entertainment, which might offer us a chance to escape our mundane lives. In talking about detective fiction from 2009, crime writer P.D. James states, "We want to know what happens next." That is universal. Part of the attraction of the story is this satisfaction in solving the mystery. In some follow the clues assiduously and then at the end and feel the same triumph that they do after a successful game of chess. Others find more interest in the characterization and the setting of the writer's theme.